Good stuff. Hey everyone, it's BarrelRacer2002 here, and if you haven't noticed, sorry I'm talking so fast, I'm filming in a different location today, even though I'm still in my room. I'm not facing the normal way that I do. Sorry I'm talking so fast again. I just need to jump right into this video, because I need to get it up and loaded and done. Ooh, it's cold here. It's freezing. That was my dad. But I need to jump right into this video. Updates. Friday and Monday of next week, I probably won't be able to film because this Friday I'm flying to Indiana for my granddad's birthday, and we're throwing him a surprise birthday party, and it's going to be really cute. But on Monday, I'm flying back to Florida from Indiana, so it's going to be a huge hassle, and everything's a mess. So I'm trying to get a couple extra videos up this week. Yeah. Jeez. Talking mess. Talking makes me thirsty. We're ripping up the carpet in my room, which we already did, and putting in wood floors. So I'm sitting on my mattress right now, and that's all. But there's pretty good lighting right now. And I'm sitting on pretty much concrete, if you guys can see it. There's just concrete down there, and it's awful. Don't recommend sleeping on a mattress on concrete floor. Worst sleep ever. I don't know why I'm so thirsty. But jumping right into this video. This video is going to be a 20 facts about Dixie. And it took me a bajillion years to conjure up these facts. And not all of them I'm pretty sure are accurate. Most of them I'm pretty sure are accurate. But like her height and a couple other things I'll tell you, and I think they might not be accurate. But this is just what I've heard and what I know for a fact. And yeah, let's do this. Alright, set that over there because I know I'm going to need it. Alright, the first fact about Dixie that I know is true, because I've been told that by all three of my trainers, is that Dixie is a 6-year-old. She's just a 6-year-old little baby horse. She's precious. I'm going to try to make these quick and straight to the point. I'm not going to linger on it unless it takes a long time to explain. So the second one is Dixie is a paint horse, and number 16, so remember number 2. Number 16 is going to be her markings. Yeah, so she's a paint horse. She is relatively small, but most paint horses that I've met are, so yeah. Number 3 is Dixie is, from what I think, I'm not quite sure this is absolutely accurate, but I'm pretty sure from what I know or how tall I stand, I'm about 16 hands. It's sad that I know how many hands I am, but from what I know, I'm 16 hands, and she's about 14.3 hands, about. I'm not quite sure that's accurate, but she looks about 14 hands. 14.3 hands-ish. But, yeah. And apparently, in the barrel racing world, little horses rule because this little girl can run. This little girl loves to freaking run barrels. This little horsey horse named Dixie that I am leasing is freaking speed demon. She loves to run barrels. She doesn't care what you're doing with her around barrels. She just likes to run barrels. Even though she likes to run barrels, from what I know, she is an all-around horse. She can ride English, Western, Australian. She can do it all. And bareback. I haven't ridden her bareback, but I'm going to. So I might make a video on that. If I can find some way to get my phone just to stay. Or I can just... She knows how to neck rein. She knows how to neck rein. That's another one. Bonus fact. She knows how to neck rein, so I could probably steer her with one hand. I wouldn't be going very fast, sadly, because I don't exactly know how to control her neck reining because she's not exactly sensitive. I'm training her to get sensitive with neck reining, but she will definitely be sensitive later on after I've been leasing her for a while. Alright. I'm keeping that in the video because that's good. Number 6 is Dixie. Like I said, it's all around. She can ride it all. But this mare, she is all around. She is a mare. Horses Female horses up to 4 years old are fillies, and she's not 4 years old. Like I said, she's 6. So she is, in fact, a mare. I don't know her birthday. I need to find out her birthday because she might be 6 now, or 7. What's wrong with me today? But she is a mare, and yeah. Number 7 is Dixie has a best friend, and it's a little paint gelding, also at our barn, whose name is Ziggy. And did I walk my dog? Yes, I did. His name is Ziggy, and he's just a little precious thing. We turn them out together. We don't even have to hold them. We just kind of lead one of them, and then the other one will just follow right behind. I don't know. That's just what they do. That's how close they are. Dixie, this I know for a fact, is barefoot. She has no shoes on. Thanks for shaking my mattress. But she has no shoes on. From what I think, I don't see any like holes in her hoofs or anything. She does not ever have shoes, because I'm pretty sure no one in our barn has shoes, but I don't know. So next one is, from what I know, Dixie has never colicked. She's a pretty healthy horse, from what I know. I'm not positive that this is accurate, but from what I know, she has never colicked. So number 10. Dixie, in fact, windsucks. And for those of you that don't know what windsucking is, from what I know, it starts from where a horse cribs. It's where they grind their incisor teeth, which is their front teeth, into something solid, and they just like do that a lot, and it wears down their teeth. But windsucking is pretty much the same thing, but they gulp air and they swallow the air and it goes down to their stomach, which it has been argued if it can cause colic or not. I think it can because they're swallowing the air and it's going down into their stomach. But it sometimes will cause colic, sometimes it won't. You never know. There can be multiple causes for colic. Windsucking, changes in food, changes in exercise way too fast. You never really know, but colic can happen from windsucking, from what I think and from what I've learned about colic and windsucking. Alright, number 11 is Dixie knows some tricks. They're not necessarily like smile. I'm training her to do smile, and it's going to be really cute. But she did this a couple of times with me, is where I was standing next to her stall, and I was like giving her a treat. It was a carrot, I'm pretty sure. And she put her foot up on her little guardrail. She has an outside stall, and it's basically just this little pin, sort of, and it's wood. And it's a really, really nice pen from what I've seen, because I've seen some really, really crappy ones at other barns, and oh, it's awful. But she will put her foot on her bottom one, and I'll like tap on it, and then I'll push it off, and she just kind of, she'll like jump back, and then she'll like do the Bambi pose, and it's just the cutest little thing ever. I'm gonna take this off because now I'm getting hot. But I count that as a trick, even though she like doesn't know it on command. She will do it, and that's just automatically her reaction, and I count that as a trick. Number 12 is Dixie is definitely not a boss mare. If you don't know what a boss mare is, most people think stallions lead the herd, but it's normally the boss mare that makes all the decisions. Dixie is not the boss mare. She actually she doesn't like to be under control, but she's not the boss mare of the herd. She just not. Number 13 is Dixie is ticklish. When a lot of horses, or most horses, are ticklish, but Dixie is exceptionally ticklish. Around the sides of her spine and a little bit under where her girth would go, she is very ticklish. Like when I'm curry combing her, she'll go into it, and then she'll kind of shy away from it and go into it and shy away from it. It's the cutest little thing, and she kind of like bobs her head with it, and it's just so cute. It's like she's being tickled because she's kind of like trying to get away from it, but she likes it. Yeah. So number 14 is Dixie is very, 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 very stubborn. This horse is one of the most stubborn horses I've worked with, but I love her because she's stubborn. She's a mare, and most mares are stubborn. She's not the most stubborn horse I've ever ridden. I've ridden Whiskey before, and Whiskey's pretty stubborn. You people that go to my barn, you guys know how stubborn Whiskey is. Unless she absolutely loves you, she is stubborn. She's the first horse I rode when I went to this barn, and she was really stubborn. I almost gave up on horseback riding when I went to this barn. It was pretty bad. But she is very stubborn, not to the point where, like, you want to, like, crop her and do stuff, like, rude stuff to her, but she has her own way of thinking, and she's very hard-headed. If you want her to do something and she doesn't think that's right, she's going to do it her way. She's her little self. Number 15 is Dixie. From my experience with Dixie, she is exceptionally smart. She is very, very smart for a horse. Most horses are very smart. All horses are smart in their own way. But Dixie is very smart. She learns very fast, and she's pretty bright. She's a very, very bright horse. I like her for that. For some reason, that's what drew me to her, because she's so smart. I don't know. Don't ask me my logic with that, but she's definitely very smart. Number 16, remember? Dixie is a paint horse, like I said, at number 2, but her markings are she has a half stocking on her left hind leg and a stocking on her right hind leg. And then she has a bald face, but there's a little spot, like, right next to her eye. It's a little brown spot, and it's just the cutest thing. And then she has 2 little they're little spots, like they're maybe this big, and then there's one like that big right next to it. But she has that right behind where her girth would go, so you can still see it, but sometimes people put her girth too far back and you can't see it. That's how I gauge where her girth is supposed to go. But yeah, that's Dixie for you, because she's very unique. I've never seen a paint horse with just a couple little markings. It's just, I don't know. I thought she was a Pasifino because her legs are so short, and then she has a longer body than her legs, and I don't know. I just thought she was Pasifino. And her head is pretty small. Her head's pretty small, but she's a small horse. Dixie is not a kicker. She rarely bucks, and she has never reared with me. I've only seen Dixie buck once, and that was with Katie. Katie is another girl that rides Dixie. I don't think she laces Dixie. I just think she's riding her. But she definitely bucked with Katie. She didn't like buck and like keep kicking out a lot. But she bucked one good time, and they were doing barrel pattern. They were trotting around the barrels, and they were cantering back. And something ticked Dixie off, and her back hind leg just flew up in the air, and then she came back down. She just kept cantering like nothing had even happened. She doesn't bite. I've never seen her bite. She, like I said, is only kicked out once, and I've never seen her rear, so she's a pretty well-behaved horse. Dixie is, like I said, a little speed demon, so she loves to go fast. She likes to be unleashed to go fast. Like when you're cantering, she doesn't like to do the little da-dum, 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 dum canter. No, she likes to do a fast canter. And she likes to jump into her canter. Like if you're trotting, she will go a fast trot, and then she'll just into a canter. She does not play when it comes to cantering. But she likes to go fast. She loves to go fast. She'll be out in the pasture, and she'll be really lazy. But when you hop on her, she loves to go fast. It's just the cutest little thing. Dixie necessarily doesn't like to be controlled from my experiences with her. And I'm not like talking she's a crazy wild horse or anything like that. She's very well behaved. But she just doesn't like to be under like tough bit work. I have very, very soft hands, but when I need to use my hard hands, I can. She doesn't like hard hands. She doesn't like people that are constantly jerking on the reins and doing stuff. So she doesn't like to be under a lot of control, but she likes to know that there's control, but she doesn't like to be under it. It's sort of like a human that just doesn't like to listen to people that are forcive, but likes to be coaxed into work, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, number 20. I'm not even sure I've been saying the numbers on these. But this is probably my biggest dilemma with her. So, before I left to go to Tennessee for the summer, I gave Dixie a bath, and I was sweat scraping her, and I put her out to pasture after she was pretty much dry. And she goes into her little alpaca pen, and she stands there, she kind of looks at me, and she drops down to the ground, and she freaking rolls. Like, she looked so beautiful, she was shiny, her mane was brushed out and combed, and it was just so pretty. And then she became a gray horse like that. She rolled in our sand, and it was the worst thing I've ever witnessed. But she rolls a lot. Like, she's never colicked before, and most horses that colic like to roll. But she loves to roll just because she likes to be dirty. I don't know. Don't ask me. That's just what I've experienced with her. This is just what I've experienced. And I gotta go, so bye guys.